Okay, hi, I'm Gary Putman, the race director for the Folsom Handcar Derby. This year's Derby will be held on May 24th and 25th on East Bidwell in Folsom, California. I'd like to tell you about a few things that you need to do if you want to become a team member and have a team out there on the 24th of May. First, you need to find handcarderby.com. Handcarderby.com has all the information you should need. And if you still have a question, you're more than welcome to email me at 1962sanjuan@gmail.com, and I'll answer any question you have for me. Next, you need to get an entry form. The entry form you can get on handcarderby.com. And if you can't get it there, if you email me, I'll email you one back. Anyway, the entry form, you need to have a team name. You need to know who the team captain is. You need to come up with 5 people, 4 pumpers and 1 pusher. The pumpers all pump the handcar down the track. The pusher starts the team off by pushing on the back of the handcar, and he falls or she falls on a rubber mat, and they're done until the next day. The next day on Sunday, the pushers can win 2 medals because they can get into the pushers contest, and they're automatically in the pushers contest. If anybody else wants in the pushers contest, they have to donate $5, but the pushers are all automatically in. Anyway, once you get the entry blank filled out, on entry blank there's shirt sizes. You need to tell us what size shirt everybody needs, because everybody on the team gets a shirt. However, you need to enroll by May 1st to get those shirts, and because we order them May 1st, and after that we can't change the order. So please get your entry in before May 1st. Anyway, once that's done, and you send it in with your donation of $125, that's $25 for each participant, then we'll send you a confirmation that you're in, and you can get back on handcarderby.com, and you'll find a team information sheet. On a team information sheet, you need to put everybody's name, possibly their age if they don't mind, and whether they're retired or where they work or what they do for an occupation. And at the bottom of that, there's a place where you can actually put a little bit about each person. Now this sheet's for the announcer. So when you're coming down the track, going to the starting line, the announcer will read off the announcing sheet. If we don't have an announcing sheet, you may find out you got a brain surgeon on the car or whatever. Please fill out that sheet. Also on handcarderby.com, you'll find another entry form. There's another entry form for the quadrupede. The quadrupede is 2 velocipedes bolted together so 2 people can race it. A velocipede was used by railroad people to check the track along. It was easy to put on the track because one person could put it on the track, take it off the track. But we decided to have 2 of them so 2 people could do it. That's a $20 deal for 2 people, and it's a fun thing to do. And so I think you should do that also. Anyway, there's a waiver form that we have everybody sign also. The waiver form, everybody has to sign a waiver so they know that it is a sport that you could fall off the handcar. But we are very strict about safety in the handcar event. If we see you going against any of the rules, stepping on the edge of the deck is a very bad one. I don't allow that. I don't allow any alcohol. I don't allow you letting go of the handles when the car is moving down the track. And all the rules are on handcarderby.com too, and they will be posted on the race day at East Bidwell, just below Bidwell's restaurant. BJ's restaurant. Just below there is where we'll have our registration tent. Anyway, the race actually starts on Saturday. You come out Saturday, and we make sure all of your entry forms and your waiver forms, your team information forms, all that stuff is done. We'll give you a number that you put on your on the handcar. That number is your team number. And that team number tells us a couple things. Number one, that you're done with your paperwork. And then when you're racing, let's say you win the race, and news people come up to me and say, who was on number 6? I can walk right over the registration tent, pull out all your information, and you'll have all the information they need. And if they want to talk to you, they'll know who to go see also. So that's the second reason we have that number. That day, after you've registered everything, if you've never raced on a handcar or even pumped a handcar, we're going to show you how to pump a handcar. We're going to show you what to do and do it safely. We're going to show you how to make the car go faster. One of the things, the biggest mistakes new teams make is as they're approaching the finish line, they keep raising their head looking for the finish line. And every time they raise their head and look for the finish line, it's like raising a sail on a boat. It could count you just a couple of tenths of a second, but I've seen teams win or lose by 1/100th of a second. So it's important to keep your head down. Find something on the deck, look at it until the horn goes off that says you're through the finish line. Anyway, that day we'll let you practice a couple of runs. We'll actually take a timed run. That timed run will put you in your division where you're going to race. If you're the fastest team in your division, you will race last. If you're the slowest team in the division, guess what? You get to race first. And we do that for all divisions. If you're an elite team that have raced and won in other races, there's elite divisions. There's co-ed divisions where you have to have 2 women pumpers. There's a men's division that's over 40. Actually, it's not a men's division. It's actually an open division because anybody over 40 can be on that team. And then if you're an elderly person like myself, there's actually a division for us too, But women, men's, co-ed, we got them all covered. And then in the pushers contest that we do the next day, the pushers contest, we weigh all the pushers and we put them in weight categories. So a 150-pound person is not going to push against a person that weighs 300 pounds. So we get you split out there, and everybody gets a first and second medal in all divisions. So we're doing pretty good there. Okay, after everybody's done on Saturday, we'll produce a list and we'll put it on the Handcar Racing, the Facebook Handcar Racing, and I'll set it up where you can find out. You can either email me and I'll tell you when you're going to race or what. But it'll start at 9 o'clock on Sunday. Saturday it's going to be from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We like people to send in the date and time that they want to do it, because we can't have everybody at 9 o'clock in the morning wanting to do it. We have to spread them out so we have time to work with every team. Okay, once Saturday's done, the next day is the big day. The volunteers will be there about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning setting up. We'll let pushers practice a little bit about 8:30. At 9 o'clock, we do the pushers contest. And you have to check in at the registration tent to get a card that shows that you've checked in. I use that to tell the announcer who's going to push. We put it on the handcar. When you're done pushing, they take it off the handcar, write down the number of feet that you push, give it to the announcer, and the announcer notices who and what distance they pumped. So, and we do that until all the pushers are pushed, and anybody that wants to donate $5 can get into that. After the pushers contest, we normally do an opening ceremony. We put a team on a car. We send them down the track with the American flag. They pump slowly down to the finish line as our singer, which will be Jan Varon this year, to sing the national anthem. Once that's over, we'll do the handcar races. And we'll normally start, we always start with my team. My team is 1962 San Juan graduates, everybody on the team. And I do that for a reason. I want to check the timing equipment and make sure it works. If it doesn't work for us, it's not a big deal. But I want to make sure it works for everybody else. The second team is another 1962 San Juan team, the Gracious Grannies. They're all women from the class of 1962. So don't use your age as an excuse that you can't do this, because we're all 80 years old. So we can do it, you can do it. Anyway, We'll do all the handcar races, and after the handcar races, we'll probably take a break about 12:30 for some lunch, because the volunteers will need a little lunch before we continue. We normally take about 20 to 30 minutes for that. And then we'll do the quadruped races. After the quad races, we will break and give medals out to everybody. The quad, we have men's teams, women's teams, and co-ed teams in the quad. So that's a good one for you to get involved in. And then after, like I say, after that, we'll give out the medals. But one of the traditions of the Folsom Handcar Derby, everybody can stay and help tear down the whole event. And normally, while we're preparing the medals to be given out, the race is half torn down because everybody gets out and starts tearing it down, which is really thankful, because the volunteers, they put a lot of work into this thing every year, and we appreciate any help we can get. Again, my email address is 1962sanjuan@gmail.com. Now you know the high school I went to, and you know what year I graduated. Don't be afraid to email me with a question. And you can go to handcarderby.com for all the paperwork and videos. There's also a Facebook under my name, Gary Putman, that you can go to. It's got all kinds of videos on handcar racing. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.